What's good, everybody? You know, I'll say South Florida's biggest subconsciously awake claimant. The dominant male 31007 bow founder of the South, the one insect family nicknamed One Bow above all Southern hospitality, which is also my regional superpower gift, exclusively made in Vallejo, where the original crust artist was at when the one place started in California. I'm the first Louisianan, the first Southerner, and I die the first person from said region claiming the USA Code. Go USA, self-sustaining greats, and with more green earth only means more countries in the future ending up with their own local self-sustaining greats. This is still the 25th anniversary year. And let's see, of course, not because of my name I achieved this status, it's because I 31007 better and more exclusively in Vallejo, California than any person born in the entire USA South. So, let me know when you have a physical beat reigning for over 24 years in a subconsciously awake level event instead of just the average manly made way. So you really understand how I feel. And I told you I'll get back to old games. It's not that old game. It's just NCAA football. So we're going to get some NCAA football on and make sure this is an All-American. It is good. LSU, Florida. Let's get it.
A battle of swamps and a rivalry that might not be the most prominent for either of these two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Florida's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. It was close the last time these two got together, but the Gators nipped the Bayou Bengals in a memorable game.
They sure did, and they made the plays that they needed to make late in the game. These games between Florida and LSU are oftentimes so evenly matched because both teams have so much NFL talent. You just feel like it's going to come down to who has
running wide open down the gut of the field. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So LSU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. A stop him cold maybe gets a yard to the 34. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone.
Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. The Tigers are on the move. Looking for a man. It's O'Neal. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Zings incomplete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
What the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's the handoff. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Rushes on him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were 2 divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
The Gators decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and them in scoring position.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football for them.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Acker. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Gators are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Dead center perfect. They're up by a touchdown here in the first. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide.
Breaks away on the left. Touchdown! Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground.
This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll leave it with the lone back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Got it in the middle. It's Acker. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll try the run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Throws for the tight end. Forking the middle. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete to the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down, he'll throw it. It's complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical 3rd down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Duke is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Blue Devils on the scoreboard. They're up by 21 over Virginia. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Looking left. Zips it out to his man. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Gators send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. Makes one man miss. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest.
Turning it on. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's got it. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Blocks it out of the air. LSU will get a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Catch in the middle, it's Green. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he...
There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU lining up 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he waltzes it Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for room. It's Pringle. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Makes the catch. It's Ellington. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Line getting set on second down. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's O'Neal. He's got the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Ellington. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success, stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Makes the grab. It's Middleton. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to throw again. Grab near the marker. It's Ellington. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field. The
Nice.
because these windows close really quickly.
Tell them how you live in local color.
As a result,
Tell them how you originated from the United States of America, local color. On USA Code, tell them local color.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Pulls it in. It's Price.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got it in the middle. It's Ellington. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. To the air, it's O'Neal. Throws to the wideout. And they will score. Touchdown, LSU. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Is that how they do it, local color? USA originating color that they claim, is that how they do it? I thought it was just code. One bow above all Southern hospitality exclusively in Vallejo. I didn't know the local colors originating from the United States of America. Local color getting it subconsciously awake, on USA claiming. I ain't never seen that out of a USA originating color, on USA code. One bow above all Southern hospitality.
We've got eyes on it. Check this out.
Disrespect the claiming over their local color.
This program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by
Even though it's USA claiming, you disrespecting local color. Originates from the United States of America color. It's local USA claiming you ain't really subconsciously awake like that. You just manually looking for a hit.
Let us know when it goes final. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dances away. Oh, he's got some space. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Acker. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Applewhite. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll close the gap to 14.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, seems like every time Florida and LSU get together, magic happens. And halfway through this one, the sparks have been flying. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. Two workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. 2 quarters to go. Time to find out who comes out on top, guys, between the Tigers and Gators.
And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He now has 91 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
Well, this running back has been the only guy who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that side.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was third down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys are like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Got enough for the first. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mitchell. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him. But nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. LSU now operating in the red zone. This time they'll go to the running game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled. Deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game.
You're not USA code. You're an imported color. You're imported color. You're not USA code. You aren't ever going to know USA native. You're not a USA native. You're imported color. You're not USA code.
Been through these fires, been through these rivalry games. You know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Wyoming has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 24 over Georgia State. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Right back to him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. And the Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Takes the handoff. It's Green. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game.
And gets his doctor order. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
That pass was so underthrown. Okay, well, yeah, never mind. I thought he was like had his feet planted through that weak ass pass. What is that? Why'd you? That's my fault. I should have stopped. But then, yeah, that was underthrown. He had him beat. That was underthrown, but can't pedal backwards and throw
This
forwards.
offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Acker. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Verrier. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting to TFL.
To the air on second down. Picked off. They turn over in their own end. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Gator. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by the... Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Green. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Makes the grab. It's Price. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Give to the back. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, They're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And they always crazy about the slide, man. Straight up slid. And they cheated it because they old colors. And mad they ain't USA colors, man. That's jealousy. You want to cheat the whole people playing the game. That's the whole team you cheat. Because you selfish ass nobody. Selfish ass nobody old colors.
Second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Hand off to the lone back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Right down the middle. It's caught. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Middleton. Turning it on. They make the stop.
Is there some kind of college rule of why Bouchard is still in? Why is he still in? I just switched him out. What's the name? Is not injured no more. Why is Bouchard still in? The echoes out weeks. Damn.
Have enough yardage for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Trying to run, it's Green. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Lets it fly. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Complete in the middle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Acker. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. He's got an open man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Hauls it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Extra point here will give them the lead. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Mitchell. They finally... explosive play for the 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
A first down run in the red zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If they can get it into the end zone, touchdown Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
The extra point is good, and it's important. The lead is a touchdown now at 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the
Person, Person, what you really doing about that work, Person?
And he makes a play in the back.
You ain't really USA claiming like that, Person. Get your old color on. Get your old color on. And then go get your little C pluses, old color. On USA natives, man, you still a foreigner.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive, they dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The short hands, it's Middleton. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let
But I'll
him
be right
checked
back.
out.
Too much of that USA native, big USA code flaming going on. Back to the bathroom.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Off the play fake on first down. Here's a heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Applewhite. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He splits the upright. That'll pull them back to within 6.
And that field goal, man, we've cut this to a one-possession game late. Now it's decision time. 2 timeouts in your pocket. Do you feel confidence in your defense, or do you think you need to go with the onside here? Interested to see what they do.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
What a show both of these teams put on today.
Aren't you one bow above all Southern hospitality entertained?
Yeah, we came into this one expecting.
Are you not one bow above all Southern hospitality entertained?
At the end of the day,
Do you not enjoy Louisiana's list of bows claimers on Southern hospitality? Are you not one bow above all Southern hospitality entertained? All right, guys, thanks for coming through to the game. Uh, we are 4-0 this season. The season is just going so nice. Let's see what Coach up to. In the contract's what they saying. Says I'm safe at 97%. That could drop, but I was safe for now. Got 9 wins, one short of 10, but also got a Liberty Bowl win. Season before that, a Texas Bowl win or some whatever the hell that Texas one is. And that one, and we're in this one, 2028. Contract's up in 2032. Let's see how good I do. All right, late. Thanks for coming through.